fresh rolls of French bread sliced down the middle, loaded with thinly sliced marinated beef that soaks into the bun, topped with piles of sweet peppers and jardinera, all laid across the beef, soaked in a top-secret juice. It's this classic combination of seasoned beef, peppers, and a mouth-watering gravy that makes the Italian beef sandwich a legend in Chicago. There are plenty of spots to get an Italian beef in Chicago, but Johnnie's in Elmwood Park is full of customers lining up to get their hands on its juicy sandwich as soon as the doors open at 11.
I've been here since high school.
Yeah.
The flavor of Johnnie's beef is different than anywhere else.
Been in the neighborhood almost 30 years, and I love their beef, and it's #1 beef in town.
Ain't no other beef in the world better than Johnnie's.
There are a few ways to order your beef from Johnnie's. If you ask for juicy, the entire sandwich gets dipped into a container of beefy juices, making the bread soaking wet. If you ask for dry, then no gravy. If you opt for dipped, then your meat is lightly drenched in the juice.
They dip the bun in the juice, make it even soggier.
Probably need to take a shower after this. This is awesome.
I like it juicy and everything. Good flavor and everything. Good.
Johnnie's beef starts off with roasting 300 pounds of a lean and tough cut of beef, either top or round sirloin, to simultaneously marinate the beef and make its famous juice. A special spice mix is poured into the large vat of meat.
It's a pretty simple process. Adding the seasoning to the meat, it's just going to cook down.
And what's in the spices?
That's a secret.
You can't tell us?
No one knows this, but 3 people maybe.
I see a bit of oregano
That's it.
and hot peppers.
Some things you can, they're better left unsaid. So now we're just going to add water to it, and it'll start cooking.
And who created the spices?
Johnnie came from his mother-in-law way back in the day.
And then your son-in-law said the recipe's under lock and key. Forever.
So that's secret. Can't tell you. Lock and key.
They won't give nobody the seasoning.
Well, that I can't disclose. It's in a lock and key in a vault somewhere. That's a secret.
Oh, so none of the employees season.
Absolutely
Just-
not.
They will never do that. They don't want nobody to know their flavor.
That's how secretive it is. Just the process is more important than anything else. Every day the same way, and we're ready to go.
The meat cooks in the gravy for a few hours until it's tender and well seasoned. It's cooled off in the fridge overnight to ensure easy slicing. The next morning, staff trim off the fat and bring over the slabs to an automatic slicer.
Meat is sliced very thin, as you can see, very thin. You don't want to go too thick. Okay, it's not a steak, it's a beef sandwich. You want thin, very thin meat that you can almost see through.
Once a pan is filled to the brim with paper-thin slices of beef, it's either refrigerated or sent out to the front for assembly.
There's 15 pounds in each pan. We cut 10, 12, 15 pans, depending. You know, the weekend gets even busier.
The assembly of the sandwich starts off with French bread that's specially made for Johnnie's from Toronto Bakery, a local bread company in Chicago. It is long, narrow in shape, and has a thin crust.
French bread holds our juice very well with the sandwich, with the peppers. It doesn't make it fall apart. That is the authentic way of making an Italian beef. Without good bread, what's inside is nothing. This is just an Italian beef sandwich, Johnnie style. Spoon of gravy, sweet peppers, right there.
And what is the juice made out of?
Can't tell you.
No?
No, secret seasoning.
And then sweet peppers, that's the usual.
That's our usual.
What
Yep.
about hot peppers? The
Hot peppers,
jardinera?
jardinera right here. Gives it a lot of more flavor. I mean, the seasoning enough is spicy. That just makes it even better. We have our own recipe that somebody makes for us for our jardinera, but the sweet peppers are made in-house every day.
And if you want juicy, do you dip the entire thing back in there?
Dip the entire thing back in there. Okay, now we're gonna go to juicy beef sweet.
Oh my God, I'm salivating. This is beautiful.
And there you go. There's a juicy beef sweet.
And what do you prefer?
That with hot peppers. Juicy beef sweet and hot peppers. The most common sandwich is a juicy beef with sweet peppers.
It's kind of like the soup kitchen from Seinfeld. We have to be very specific.
Just follow the ordering procedure and you will be fine.
Medium turkey chili.
You know anything about a hot dog stand or a beef stand in Chicago, you don't say the word ketchup.
No, why not?
Because it just doesn't go. They'll give it to you on the side, but you shouldn't be asking for it. It's kind of an unspoken rule.
What about cheese?
Negative. No cheese.
Cheese is not an authentic way of making a beef sandwich. It's gonna hide all the flavor that we have in our juice, and you don't wanna do that. People love cheese, but you're not gonna find it at Johnnie's.
Both the juicy and dry varieties of Johnnie's beef have drawn tourists and celebrities into the quaint storefront since 1961. But it's the local community and surrounding neighbors that keep the lines long and the orders coming through.
I can smell it from my backyard, so it's pretty irresistible to come and get it.
The line gets all the way out there on Saturdays and Fridays, all the way down the alley.
There's always a line, you know, I don't like waiting in line. This is the only line I'll wait in.
It's an amazing place, it really is. It really is nice to see people come in, see people all the time, regular basis. Their loyalty is nice, it really is.
It is amazing that you memorized this recipe and it's nowhere.
Not that difficult.
Yeah, but I mean, then you have to show up to work every day.
Every day I have to be here.
Wow.
Yes. And if I'm not, I will put it in a container like I did for you guys today.
Right.
In advance.
So you'd have to kill me if I ever found out.
Exactly.